is at the doping. Okay, he's here. I've experienced that type of thing myself. It can be quite time-consuming. So, okay, the world champion is
Welcome
with us.
everyone to the press
Dubai.
conference. This is after Game 5. As we all know, it was a drawn game. Photographers, please make sure that you do not obstruct the line of sight from the cameras in the back. And for the questions at the end, journalists, the 2 microphones are on the sides. Do not touch the microphones. And also, please make sure you wear a mask each time you ask a question. The first question is for you, Jan. It seemed a lot of people were speaking that you had a chance here to play aggressively on move 20 when you played Rook D1. You could have played the move C4. Did you think about this move, and why did you decide eventually against it?
Well, of course, I considered C4 as one of my options, but yeah, somehow the position was that pleasant. It was difficult to choose the type of advantage you want to see at the board. So basically, I think I had some idea of playing some knight f5, queen c1, bishop h6, but it unfortunately didn't work. I mean, move per move, and then I believe, okay, c4 was quite principled, but I also had the idea to play c4 after trading away light square bishops. But I mean, once again, yes, so I could play this position with pawn on c5, could play this position with pawn on c3, and speaking about the endgame, I thought it's quite unpleasant, also move per move, but yeah, somehow it turned out that this passive plan exists, like just knight e8, knight f8, and I believe perhaps I could play h4 instead of knight h5, just to fix h4 and h5 without playing g4. It was probably the smarter try, but anyway, black is very solid. But yeah, speaking about c4 move, of course, it was it deserves attention.
Magnus, you must have also seen the move c4. Were you concerned?
Yeah. I definitely considered that the main option. I thought everything else was kind of manageable. Obviously, it's always a bit worse, but it feels like my position is not going to get worse. It's only probably going to gradually improve, seeing as I have very few real weaknesses. But yeah, c4 was definitely what was worrying me the most there, and seeing Rook D1, I kind of thought that the worst was over.
You chose to be the one to deviate first in this game. Why did you choose to do that instead of play the line you did the last time?
I thought it's always good to spring the first surprise. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out very well for me. I think he chose a very good line, yeah, I actually kind of knew that it's hard to completely equalize in this line. I thought there's limited material and fairly symmetrical, so I'll figure it out if it comes to that. But yeah, it was a little bit more unpleasant than I'd hoped.
Jan, were you pleased to see him deviate with Rook B8?
I wasn't pleased. I'd say, of course, you consider a lot of options for black, because basically more or less all sensible tries after e4 in Marshall are very solid. So, okay, Rook b8 is one of most solid perhaps, but yeah, black somehow should come up with some precise moves afterwards. But yeah, I guess Magnus didn't manage to make, all moves into the right order, so that's why, okay, this opportunity of c4, for example, existed. But I mean, once you see, Spanish game, you're already not so pleased, yeah.
Your general feeling about the result, given the position that you had and the potential opportunities that you had?
No, of course I'm disappointed.
Magnus, same question.
No, it's okay. Obviously, I'm not thrilled with the game where I'm just had. Yeah, I don't think I'm. Well, unless you count Rook A2, Rook A1 at the end, I didn't make a single active move. So, you know, that's not ideal. Doesn't win you many games, but the result obviously is fine.
A lot of comments are coming in about draws. The draws, you've heard this question before. The fifth draw matters in this match overall. Do you care, or it's just another draw with the black pieces?
I think there is some magical cutoff point where draws, instead of just being normal, they become a problem, but don't think we've crossed the Rubicon yet.
All right, I will open the floor to journalists for your questions. You may go to the microphones to the sides of the room and ask your questions. And there are two microphones, so make your way to those. Yes?
Yes, Rune from Chess24 Global Stream. First question to Jan. You seem to be putting on a lot of pressure today. Famously, before the match, you said that maybe Magnus's fire wasn't burning so strongly anymore. He defended very well. Has these first 5 games changed your assessment of the fire situation?
Well, to be honest, I don't remember if I say something like this, yeah. I mean, of course, he plays extremely well, and I mean, today it's basically not about him defending well, but me, you know, using all the opportunities I had. I mean, in general, I believe, okay, these games are pretty much tense, and despite its all draws, we are trying to play reasonable chess.
Yeah, of course, a big fight. And similar question to Magnus. Before the match, you said that maybe Dingleren Karana could be a bigger challenge. But after these 5 games and struggling a bit today, has that changed your assessment of your opponent?
Well, as you remember, it was pretty tough against Fabio as well. But no, obviously, Jan is a very strong player. There was nothing that I said that would contradict that.
Okay, thank you.
Mike Klein with chess.com. My question is for Jan Nepomniachtchi. Comparing today's round to round 2, when you had some chances in that game, it looks, just by judging by your body language, that you're a little more disappointed today than about round 2. Is that accurate, or was round 2 a bigger disappointment results-wise?
No, I mean, basically every time when you're given some chances and you fail to use them properly, you're not happy. Yeah, I believe today it was like a very pleasant flow of the game, and obviously I should have tried harder to, you know, use the momentum. I mean, in the game too, by the way, I'm not sure that humanly it was like that obvious that, I mean, every time, you know, it seemed like, okay, perhaps black is rock solid in an exchange up, but in fact, I think white had quite a nice playing compensation.